Tonight, we're doing district training, and the district training is going to be for officers of the club. And tonight we have the joy of working with probably two of the key officers of any club, and that's the secretary and treasurer. And it's my distinct honor to introduce to you our district treasurer, Rob Baines, CPA, who's going to talk to you, all you future treasurers, about what's required to do the treasurer job real good. So pay close attention, because he's not only put together a great PowerPoint presentation here, but you're going to get the fun and joy of Rob Baines. So Rob, come on up and take over the screen.
Okay. Treasurer job is probably the most thankless job in all of Rotary, but it's a fun job, and it's a good job, and it's sorely needed. It's good opportunity for vocational service. It's usually requires one of your CPAs, accounting professionals in the club who want to do the job, and it usually is 2-year commitment, because the first year you learn what you're doing, the second year you kind of figure it out and go from there. And most important thing is actually to be a treasurer, just not be the name treasurer. You have certain jobs you have to do. So first job is to help the club management meet fiduciary responsibilities, which includes planning the financial goals and needs, define funding sources for the club, do your annual budget, which you'll work with the president-elect during the time before the year starts, determine if you have any annual giving, determine cash flow needs for the club. Do you have any big projects coming up? Do you have anything going on that might be out of the norms, or just that's the normal stuff? What do you spend your money on? Control the cash flows, so you'll have using bank accounts at FDI insured bank, work with the members and the presidents to determine to get the dues in, send out the dues invoices. If your club has a foundation, then you'll want to check with those, and also work with the club members and any outside vendors of getting the payments into the club when they're needed. Other thing you do is safeguard your assets of the club. You want to follow the club rules, determine if you have 1 signature, 2 signatures on checks at certain levels or all levels. And then also provide the controls if you're having a fundraiser, whether you're doing a chili dinner or a golf tournament or fun run or any of the other district activities that go on. You want to make sure that any cash coming in is properly accounted for. And then you have to report your performance and to the club board, the club membership as needed, and also once a year you have an Internal Revenue Service requirement for the club itself, and for if you have a foundation that has a separate reporting requirement. Most important thing is to pay Rotary International and the Rotary International in our district their dues. The first one is Rotary International. The semi-annual report is due July 1st and January 1st, and that's the payment is required to be made to Rotary International. So that twice a year goes to them, not to the district. If we do get your dues or your semi-annual report and your dues payment, we will turn it to the club so you can send it off to the district. And then there's 2 ways to pay the Rotary International dues. You have prorated if a member joins after July 1 or after January 1. You pay for the prorated period that they were a member between those 6 months, and then any member who's there the whole 6 months, you get the full 6 months is due to Rotary International. And here you can see the statement that they'll send you. Probably won't be in German, but at least on the address. But it'll show your number of members, the amount that's due to Rotary International, the magazine amounts, and then the amount due that needs to be remitted to Rotary International. Then district dues, we will is based on your semi-annual report that was filed on July 1st. We will then pay those. We will then send out invoices right around August 1st to pay the dues, and we want those to be remitted by October 1st. And District Governor Ian, how much are they next year per person?
$30.
They'll be $30 a person, up from $25 a person. So we'll send those out. It's based on your membership as of July 1st. So make sure you get those reports turned in timely, because we will send those out. And that's a 12-month. And that is a 12-month payment, and so there's no proration of those. Whatever the membership is, it's going to be $30 a member. And then we also have yearly the annual report to the IRS, which is either a Form 990, 990 EZ, or 990N if you have, which is the most likely. But you can go out to the IRS website, irs.gov/pub/irs-pdf/i990.pdf to determine which form you need to file. It's due on the 15th day of the 5th month following year end, which is November 15th for all clubs. You can file an extension till May 15th. So if you filed an extension in November and haven't filed your return, it's due tomorrow, which will be May 15th. If you're listening to this another time, it probably won't be May 15th. And you can lose your nonprofit status, which then requires you to start filing C corporation tax returns and pay tax on all the dues you collect. And that's not a good place to be. They do have some, if you have lost your exemption, there are some ways to get it back, but hopefully that won't be the result in your club. All clubs are designated 501c4 nonprofits under the Internal Revenue Service Code. We're part of Rotary International, but each club has to have its own nonprofit status. Part of being nonprofit is that your expenditures don't benefit any individuals or any entities that the individuals own. So therefore, the income earned by the clubs is not a taxable event. You cannot make donations to each club and get a charitable receipt because we're not under 501c3. But dues, meals can be deductible, but please consult your tax advisor, not the district treasurer or the treasurer. If you do fundraising for raffle tickets, product sales, auction items, those are not charitable receipts. If you do auction items to a foundation or raffle tickets or things like that, they may or may not be charitable receipts as well. The auction items, you can only take the money in excess of the value of the item you get. Raffle tickets are never a charitable donation. But you can make donations to the Rotary Foundation, and so all donations to that are tax deductible if made to the Rotary Foundation itself. I assume there aren't any questions out there, but if anyone does, please speak up. Some specific websites and resources, once again, are the 990 instructions from the IRS, which is on the irs.gov website. And then also a very good manual is the RI Club Treasurer's Manual, which is at rotary.org/ri-PDF/EN_220EN.PDF. And I'm assuming you can find it in multiple languages if you don't want to read it in English.
This is so slow.
Some best practices include making sure you reconcile your bank account monthly, make sure you report to your club, make sure your president and the board knows what's going on, and come up with just rules how you want to run your club's financial well-being, and make sure you get those tax returns filed yearly because the IRS needs them. If there's anything else, please speak up. Otherwise, I think we're good for this year, and we'll try to update this and make it better next year. My contact information is on this slide, so if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I'll get back to you.